Well, so like I said, Team Ghana must bounce back. Benjamin Azamati and Joseph Paul Amoah failed to secure a place in the semi after finishing 4th and 6th in their respective races. That's 100 and 200. Amoah embarks on an image-redeeming exercise. Sorry, both were in the hundreds. And Amoah begins an image-redeeming exercise as he takes part in the men's 100-meter heat while Azamati competes in the 4x100 relays on the 23rd, right? Head coach of the team is Christian Nsia. He is backing the duo to do better.
Human beings, they are not machines, and so sometimes things doesn't go the way you plan it. So we just hope that we can forget about this and move on and go do better in the next races. I know that it's disappointing that we all expected that they would do much better with the times that they've run this year. But I'm still of the view that they can do better, and we hope that we can put a good 4x1 race together going forward.
Okay.
Well, he's a young guy, so he has time to build off on anything that he's doing. In a few weeks, he's running his first Commonwealth Games too, and so I think he will have the opportunity to make amends a long time from now. He has many years ahead of him, which is a good thing. He's a young guy, and he has so many years ahead of him that he will recover and he will do better next time. Well, I'll sit down with Coach Elom and we will decide what order we're going to run them in and all of that. This gives us a chance to also have better plans. It's unfortunate, but you always have, somebody once said, when you are giving lemons, you make lemonade out of it, right? So in a sense, since Azza is not moving forward in the 100 meters, it gives us a little bit more time, at least one extra day of practice with them. And so hopefully between myself and Coach Elom, who I hope will get to speak in a second here too, we'll get together and we'll work hard to get the team ready for the 4x1.
Most of the races are at the time when many Ghanaians are asleep. Let's remind ourselves of the full game schedule and hope you can be awake to watch them. If not, we'll be bringing you updates afterwards of what they are doing in Oregon. So let's have a look at it. So on the 19th, today, of course, being the 18th, and so at dawn tomorrow, at midnight, actually, today, Joseph Paul Amoah will be in action at the 200-meter heat on the stroke of midnight. And then tomorrow, at 1:50 a.m. So that's the day after tomorrow, of course. We'll be seeing that as well. If things go according to plan on the 21st, there'll be the 800-meter men's heat, 12:20 GMT. Alex Amankwa will be in action. And then 800-meter semi-final men's, 2 GMT, that's 2 a.m. Alex Amankwa. If he does well in the heats, will be in the semi-final as well. Then on the 23rd, 4x100-meter men's relay heat will be at 1:20 a.m. Of course, Ghana's quartet, Azamati Joe Paul, Tafu Entry, and Yeboah will be in action. Women's long jump, Deborah Akwa will be in action on the 23rd at 7 p.m. So, our man on the ground, George Addo Jr., has been bringing us exclusives and reports. Let's get his take on what Christian Nsia said and a few other things. George, hi from Ghana.
Hi from Oregon. We are just midday.
George,
looking forward to the event later tonight.
I was telling you, in a discussion yesterday evening, was it, that look, 2 years ago or so, people had a lot of patience for Benjamin Azamati. And you notice from what Christian Nsia is saying that they can tell from where you are that Ghanaians are not as patient with the athletes as they were some time ago.
Yeah, and that's expected because, to be fair to the rest of the athletes we have seen in the past few years, this crop have received a lot of support. It's not questionable, obviously, because they have shown a lot in terms of promise because of the kind of times that we're running. They have been able to break 22-year-old and 23-year-old records, and definitely we believe that this is the next golden generation. Aside what we have, the likes of Leo Miles Mills and Emmanuel Tufo and, Ignatius Gaiza and Vida and Neem and Cole. So Ghanaians have actually warmed up to this crop of athletes. They have given them all the support that they need. Some have had to stay up at night to support them. So if you look at the build-up, and especially with our Gold Chase campaign and all we have been doing, Ghanaians have paid attention to athletics, and we're just hoping that they will be rewarded in full fold because of all that happened. So you feel that, look, for many Ghanaians, semi-final bet was very, very important, and that would have marked in codes progress and will encourage them to support more. But here we are, boys were able to make it to the 100-meter semi-final. So I can understand the impatience from Ghanaians. It's a new terrain. We'll have to continue to preach that it's a long journey, and there are going to be so many, ins and outs. Like we saw Trayvon Bromell winning bronze. He's been at this for such a long time. Do you know Ellen Thompson just won her first medal at the World Athletics Championships? So, it happens. But I can understand the impatience from Ghanaians who are just indicating that we are ready to give you support, but you have to show us that we have to give it to you at every event.
Let me follow up with this. I mean, your point is well made. Have we been guilty as media of overhyping these athletes?
I don't think so. Let me just put a few of the facts there. Joseph Polamo has run 20.08 seconds. That is a record, and he broke a 22-year-old record there by Emmanuel Tufo. The fastest man ever in Ghana is Benjamin Azamati because he's run 9.90 seconds. So if we're talking about these guys, we know what we're talking about. Deborah Aqua, her leap of 6.89 meters, it's the biggest we have seen since 22 years ago when Rukia and Co, had an opportunity. So look, we look at the 4x100 meters relay team. They are a few seconds away from breaking that excellent team that had the likes of Eric Nkansa, Leo Miles Mill, Christian Insian. So we are not overhyping them. We are only telling Ghanaians that we have come back to a point where we have a golden set of athletes that we need to help and push. So I wouldn't think that we have overhyped them. But it's just the Ghanaian thing, of course. Once you are up there, you are on there, we're making all the noise that we can make for you, it must match up with performances in their view. And once they can see that, they often get disappointed. And remember that, Gary, as well, the previous golden generation had given them a bit of heartbreaks. I remember in 2004, Aziz Zachary, made it through the heats to the semi-finals, and then in the finals he couldn't complete. A year later, he made it through the heats to the semi-finals and to the finals of the World Athletics Championships in Helsinki, couldn't complete. And, so there's been a few, one or two of those. Ignatius Gaze has done his best winning medals for us and all. But when you look at it overall, I don't think that the media has overhyped. The media has only indicated that we have another golden generation since we had the last 22 years ago. Right.
So, you and I are on some common WhatsApp platforms, and it's been a very heated discussion tonight.
Yes, I can understand them.
Yeah. Between our media colleagues saying that maybe we are also part of the reason why, especially Joy FM, Enjoy News, Enjoy Sports, because we've been, saying that these guys deserve a lot of support and all that. Anyway, quickly, in just about a minute, what are we looking up to? 100 meters is done. Does it mean that the Athletics Championships excitement is over? Or why should people stay up in Ghana and watch?
Oh, there's so much to come. We're getting into the 200 meters. And for those who got excited about the 100 meters yesterday, Shirley-Ann Fraser-Pryce for the women's 100 meters final managed to win gold. And Sherika won silver and Ellen Thompson won bronze. But if you listen to the interview, Ellen Thompson is saying, okay, right, thanks, guys, for all you've done. 200 meters is my race. And so let's get it going today. So the likes of Ellen Thompson and Dina Asher-Smith of the United Kingdom and a number of guys are hoping to show us what they've got in the 200 meters. Even Fred Kelly and, Lyles and all, they are going to be showing us. So I don't think it's over yet. We've got 200 meters heats to look forward to. There's so many competitions to come. We're just around day 4. And then we have a Ghanaian as well competing today in 200 meters. I would expect Joseph Paul Amoah to make it into the semi-final. There's a Liberian in his heat who is an absolutely great guy because he was in the final of the last Olympics. But remember that if you look up the history of Joseph Paul Amoah in 200 meters, in 2018, he made the semifinals of the Commonwealth Games. In 2019, yes, he had a few problems there, but of course, in the Olympics as well, he made it to the semi-final. So a semi-final bet is not beyond Joseph Paul Amoah. We'll see what he can do if he can make it to the final. So the excitement is right in there. Nobody should touch anything, guys. Let's keep it going. We're loving this.
We're loving this. George, thank you for your time. And he is in Oregon for us. That's all we can do for the sport for the moment. I'm Gary Al Smith. Please log on to our socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and also, of course, myjoyonline.com/sport for more. Let's do this again tomorrow, shall we? All the best.